PvP Legacy is a popular Minecraft PvP server, and on the surface, it's just that. But what if I told you that it's hiding something huge, mysteries so deep and difficult to uncover that I'm one of the first few to have tried? Well, in this video I'm going to reveal everything that you can find hidden on the server yourself. Today, I'm unraveling the mysteries of PvP Legacy. What better place to start than where this whole journey began for me? If you walk up the hill behind spawn, you'll find this nice tree reaching out. On that tree, you might notice a button. And if you were to press said button, you'd find that the rock face to your right has now opened up to reveal a nice lounge. This is where the intrigue began. Way back in April of 2022, I discovered this button on this tree, and found this lounge. Of course, at first it seemed like that's all that it was. But there's two clues hidden right at the entrance of the hidden room. Headquarters of the tree clergy, founded by the _prophet. We'll come back to this shortly. Those who seek freedom will find the key behind bars. In this headquarters, there's a lot of features. A nice long sofa, an empty fish tank, a warm, crackling fireplace, a jukebox, and a bar. Tended only by the lone wither skeleton named Gregory. Behind this counter is where we'll find the key hinted at by the sign. Upon pressing it, you'll see that the bench and accompanying bookshelf slide into the wall to reveal a hidden set of stairs. There's a decent amount to take in this room. It's furnished by a center table surrounded by the roots of a tree and a few chairs. In the corner there's a grand piano. In the other corner there's a nice little pool with a few fish. And next to that there's two fountains. Next to the fountains there's a large vault labeled Greed's Vault. And this is the main focus of the room. To open this vault, we have to look around this room a little. Next to the piano, there's a lectern with a book in it. Opening it will reveal this message. Those who've entered my sanctum and seek a peek at Greed's claim will find the key to his vault is our first name. If you remember back to that sign from earlier, you'll know that there's a username, the _prophet. If we plug this into a website called namemc.com, you'll find the first name of the _prophet is a 7-digit code. Plugging this code into the keypad next to the vault will open the iron door. Once you're inside, there's two buttons. One opens the door again, and the other is very interesting. Pressing it will make this sound. It uses the sound of a smithing table being used and a gas shooting a fireball, which actually doesn't mean anything, so the only problem is that, as far as I can tell, this button doesn't do anything. But I can show you exactly where this elevator would lead if that button did work. Alright, so this is a world download I took way back in April of last year, and I can show you exactly where this vault is supposed to lead. So over here, this right here is the elevator. This is where it goes. These are the command blocks that run the door. And over here, this is where this is supposed to go, as you can see by the exact replica of the tunnel. So, let's check this out, right? Come down here, very nice path. I really like this area. Come over here, we got a nice big cave. Of course, this isn't the whole thing, because I can't actually go here on the server. But this is as far as the trunks would load. This is what we got. This is Greed's Vault. But that's not everything that's down in this basement. Over in the pool, one of these waterfalls in the wall has a short tunnel to swim through. And at the end, there's a single button. Now, I'm going to be honest here, I still don't know what this button does. But if we take a look behind the wall, you'll see this big machine made of hoppers, redstone torches, and note blocks. In my testing, pressing the button or trying to use the note block hidden in the fountains both don't do anything to this machine. It seems to be toggled by the little magenta wool circuit by a command block. I think that the use of this machine is to move items down the hopper line, but I don't know what happens when they reach the end. If you look closely at the circuit at the end of the machine, you'll see that it runs into an impulse command block that's pointing upwards, which might mean that it's leading into a chain command block. But whatever this command block does, I don't know. The reason I don't know is because of the way that the world downloader functions. If I want to save the contents of any block, I have to be able to open it. Of course, on the server, that's not a possibility. This, of course, also applies to command blocks, which I especially can't open since I don't have op on the server anyways. But in this case, the mechanism that controls the vault door opening, I'm pretty sure I've figured out what exactly these do. This adds like nothing to the video, I just thought it was cool that I did that. Oh yeah, and in case you were wondering what the signs on the route said, here you go. Let's go over two other smaller things before we get to the next big item on our list. We go over behind the UHC sign, you'll find this little cave with some crimson stuff and a sign that just says A. If you go a little further, you'll find this little pond. If you go up this little hill, you'll find this button. If you were to press this button, you'd see that Wallace gets teleported here. And he's actually taking us to our next destination, this little opening here. Over here there's a button. And if you press the button on this wall, you'll see a fox named Sammy gets teleported on top of that skull. But I found something pretty interesting in the axe duel lobby. If you turn this way and run up this little hill here, you'll see there's this doorway and you can actually go inside of it. If you go down the staircase, there's this crack in the wall and you can see that there's a hidden library. But if we venture upstairs through some less than traditional means, there seems to be some connection between this supposed doorway and the one in the library. Cool transition. Now you can see that in this library there's a lot going on. It's quite grand, and I'd really love to be able to get in here. There's a lot to check out. So many lecterns that might contain secrets vast, gaping, and unknown. And also there's the crack that I showed you earlier. But the real intrigue lies upstairs through this average-sized gap. And if we go in here and flip around, you'll see there's an oak button on the ceiling, and I'm pretty sure that means that the bookshelf is pulled up by a piston. This gap leads to a dark, abandoned tunnel that was maybe used for mining. You can see there's some TNT down this way, accompanied by a warning sign. Interestingly, there's a continuation of this that's not connected at all in the OP Bow lobby. But if we head down this long tunnel, all the way down to the end, you'll find this black concrete. This connects to the OP Potions lobby right over here, behind this black concrete. So now the challenge is, how do I get there? Well, the first thing that came to mind looking around here was those two buttons. There's also that one, and that one. But how am I supposed to get up there? This is where a little known Minecraft mod called the replay mod came in handy. You see, with the replay mod, I'm essentially in spectator mode, but I can do this anywhere. Well, this is great. That means I can fly anywhere on the server. I can look through walls, I can see the mechanisms that I need to open these doors, I can find every single button I need to find, and I found the exact way to get into this area to push all these buttons. Yeah, so if we follow this tunnel up here, you'll see that it actually leads out to the main lobby behind this rock face, and I've actually been curious about this one for a while. I just didn't know how to open it. But now I do, with the help of destruction. So yeah, I basically just deleted the world, and I basically did all that just to find 3 little buttons. Which reminds me, I should tell you how I found out the way that this door opens. With my newfound powers of replay mod, I could do whatever I wanted, so I looked through this wall. So essentially I looked behind this wall and I saw that it was already being powered, and that there needs to be 3 other blocks here. And once it gets to here, it powers these command blocks, and then that also goes down here and up here and powers this. And this closes the door after it's been opened, and then also resets these 3 blocks. And those 3 blocks replace about the 3 buttons from earlier. But there's one problem. I can't get to the door before it shuts on me. This is where my good friend, the Rusty Rooski, came to the rescue. And then we go over here. Right there. Alright. Okay.
Watch there be like a trap door and you just die.
Be hilarious. Okay, now I'm up here. Okay. I need to get up onto this ledge. I need to go around. And then
how do you know you have to get up on that
right there, you see that gray circle there?
Yeah.
There's the top button on there opens a door that's in that black wall.
How the fuck do you know that?
Okay.
Then you're gonna just strafe jump around.
I don't know if I can do that. Okay, here we go. Fuck.
Unfortunate.
Alright. Sending it. Oh my god! Okay, I did it.
What'd I tell you? It's super easy. Do you think you're the first person here?
I might be. I don't know. I could definitely strafe that. I just really don't want to. Fuck.
No way you just missed that.
I did. Unfortunately, at this point, Rusty had to go, leaving me on my own. Luckily for me, I have 2 accounts. Dude, your skin looks awesome. Who made it? So while my alt account was condemned to press the same button for the rest of eternity, I was over on the other side, constantly failing the same parkour jumps until I finally got it. And it took so many tries. And when I finally got to press that button, nothing happened. So I'm just gonna save you the trouble of watching me struggle to figure out that this door doesn't open. Mostly because I don't have the footage of it. But anyways, so basically, behind here, this is an old copy still, so that it's not here, but that door uses the same mechanism as this one. It's just got fancier blocks around it. And for whatever reason, when I press these 3 buttons, none of the blocks get put in place. There's another button over here that isn't present in this version, but it's behind here. I've tried pressing that too, nothing happens. The door doesn't... I'm gonna be honest with you, that was 3 weeks ago as I record this. Finding out that the door doesn't work really put a damper on my motivation to complete this video. And I've come to one conclusion about why this door doesn't work. I don't think I'm missing anything else. My conclusion is that the devs just haven't completed this puzzle yet. Now, of course, it's kind of cool to have gotten through a puzzle so fast that the devs haven't even finished it yet, but I should probably explain why I think that. Around this map, there's a lot of little differences in things, such as there being barriers here. I placed these buttons here in this version. There's barriers here. In the actual server, the barriers are back there. And of course, there's a glaring issue of there being no opening mechanism for that door. If we go to the current version of the server, all of those things are present. So I think it's a somewhat reasonable conclusion to say that the devs just haven't completed this puzzle yet for whatever reason. And while this might be the end of this chapter, it's not the end of this story. There's still plenty more things to show you. And believe me when I say that once I hear that that door has started working again, I will be right on it. But until then, this is Wimcrafter17, unraveling the mysteries of PvP Legacy. Bonus content for the people that stay to the end. Up on there's There's 3 little buildings on one hill, and one of the buttons spawns in this donkey. So I thought, why don't I just ride this through like the main area of the server? And no one cared. They were completely unfazed that I did this. This was completely normal to them. And that was quite surprising to me. Like and subscribe.